Question number 3, Andrew Bailey.
Mr. Speaker.
Order from Mr. Brownlee. I've called.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question's to the Minister of Finance and reads, what recent announcements has the government made around its program of social investment?
The Honourable Bill English.
Mr. Speaker, part of the government's approach to doing a better job and having better communities and less government spending is social investment. It's about using data to better understand what makes a difference to people's lives and using the evidence to do more of what works and less of what doesn't work. Today we've released the third and final data set on the risk factors likely to cause children and young people to have poor outcomes, that is, all young New Zealanders from 0 to age 24. This data and the portal that enables access to it gives government agencies, NGOs, iwi and the wider social sector the opportunity to understand better the needs of the most vulnerable New Zealanders and the opportunity to assist the government in finding better solutions to long-running problems.
Mr. Speaker, supplementary.
Supplementary question, Andrew Bailey.
What does the information released today show?
The Honourable Bill English.
Mr. Speaker, well, it shows that there are 4 indicators that are reasonable predictors of future outcomes for our young people. And those are that they're in a household that's been long-term on benefit, a parent with a correction sentence, 17% of all New Zealand children have a parent with a correction sentence, a mother with no formal education and a SIFS notification. For the very small number of New Zealand children, that is in 1%, who have all 4 indicators, they are much more likely to leave school with no qualifications and much more likely to find themselves in prison.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Andrew Bailey.
What steps is the government taking to improve outcomes for the most vulnerable?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr. Speaker, we now have 3 years of tracking the Better Public Services results, which focus on improving outcomes with effective government interventions, such as improving the number of young New Zealanders who get NCA level 2. But alongside those results, from 1 April, benefit rates for families with children will rise by $25 a week, the first increase after inflation since 1972. And as we look ahead, the government will be looking to provide more effective delivery of its very large amount of spending in areas like, for instance, family violence.
Supplementary question, Jacinda Ardern.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the Minister, will he agree to having the Auditor-General assess Government Better Public Service result number 4 to reduce cases of physical abuse of children, given SIFS has recorded for his target 3,235 cases, but the police have recorded 4,698 cases? If not, why not?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr. Speaker, we'd welcome the scrutiny of the Auditor-General if the Auditor-General hasn't already scrutinised it. Those 2 numbers measure different things. The police are measuring one thing. Substantiated abuse is different from offending and prosecution. They overlap to some extent, but not completely. But I'm pleased to see the Labor Party, after 8 years, is finally getting round to talking about something.
Order. I don't think that particular part of the answer is going to help the order of the House.
Supplementary
question, Andrew Bailey.
What results has the government seen from the approach to improve outcomes for the most vulnerable?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr. Speaker, the National Party's party believes in a brighter future, so we always have hope that things can improve. And it turns out that when you focus on some of these things, they can be improved. The proportion of immunised 8-month-olds has increased from 84 to 93% since 2012. The proportion of 18-year-olds who get NCA level 2 has increased from 74% to 81%, and there's been particularly strong increases for Māori and Pacifica. Reoffending has dropped by almost 10%, and crime has dropped by almost 20%. we believe we can change some of New Zealand's long-running social problems by seeking to reduce the misery, not just spending money to service it.
Question number 4.